come chill on the couch with us.
Welcome back to Chicken Treats, fresh and local for another week, and thanks to Chicken Treat for sponsoring this fantastic segment. We've got a very special guest today. She's a butcher and a cook. Her name is Grace Maiolo. Welcome to the couch.
Thank you, Fred. It's great to be here.
I'm really honoured to have you here because I've heard that you're on radio. I know you've just launched your book.
Yes, that I have.
And so many people talk about you, Grace. What's so special about Grace Maiolo? Why are you different?
I'm just a butcher who bakes. I really am. I'm not a chef. I'm just an everyday cook. I'm very passionate about my job. I've been in the meat industry for 40 years, Fred.
And is that different, having a butcher that actually cooks?
Yes. Well, most butchers today do cook.
Yep.
Most butchers today are actually almost qualified chefs
because
they love the experimenting with meat. They love doing all different value-added products. It's great.
Tell me about your 4 Ps. What's that all?
My 4 Ps. Okay, I love to plan. Then I love purchasing.
Yep.
I absolutely adore.
Plan, purchasing.
Yes. Then I love to prepare.
Prepare.
That's very, very important. Then I present. Now that's one of my favourites.
Presentation,
yes,
very important.
Presentation.
Because I can cook
is
stuff,
important.
but the presentation I just sort of throw it on a plate.
And of course, once you've got those 4 Ps, guess what? You have the 5th, which is perfection.
I was going to say people.
Yes, you have people, but perfection. And I'm going to show you quick and easy ways, which is already in my book, Fred.
Go for it.
Yes, on how to prepare a meal very, very quick and easy.
Do you want to run through? Do you want to tell us quickly what's on the table?
Okay.
And then we can go individually if you like.
Fantastic.
So Sonia can come over and just take a bit. You tell us what's here.
Okay, first I'm going to be doing my signature dish, which is a Jaffy beef. Now this is raw beef. Now I know you turned your nose up there quickly, but it's not as bad as it sounds. I'm going to marinate it in all these wonderful marinades here, and let it marinate a little just while I'm preparing quick and easy crepes, which are also in my book. Yes, that's right. And just teaching everyone how you can just go into your local supermarket, local products, pick up stuff that's already prepared.
Blackberries.
And I've marinated the strawberries with the blueberries and a lovely, nice little strawberry topping, and also the passion fruit topping, ready available from your supermarket shelves anywhere. Great. And also I'm going to show you how to make Grace's quickest and easiest trifle
Let's do
ever.
it, Grace.
Okay, so firstly I'm going to show you, I've got my little goods, how to prepare this meat. Now, very, very important, Fred, you must trim all the little sinews off this beautiful piece of eye fillet. And if you're not quite confident to do this, get your butcher to do this.
Right.
Very, very important to get it as thin as possible.
There you go, I'll hold you.
Yes, that'll be great. Thank you so much. Watch your fingers there.
Make sure you don't cut my fingers off, Grace, because I've seen you've got a band-aid on yours.
Yes, I did, and would you believe that happened today? So trim any little bit of excess fat off and get it as thin as you possibly can. I also recommend, Fred, that if you're not quite sure about getting it that thin, trim all this little bit. Temporarily put it in the freezer. Yes, I do. Just trim all the fat off.
I've heard of that. You put it in the freezer so it's easier to cut.
So much easier to trim. Now, with a lot of these little bits, you may look like a little bit of a waste, but I've left the whole fillet intact. Normally I would just trim it before I actually bring, but I wanted to show you the effects of, you know, what it's like, what an eye fillet really looks like.
Grace, what's it like being a woman in a man's world of this?
Oh,
you know, because you would be, wouldn't it? A lot
Fred,
of men are there.
Very, very difficult.
Do they look at you and go, oh,
they
yeah,
do.
yeah?
They do.
They watch your work and they're really amazed?
They are very amazed, and so are other customers. It's been a very, very long journey for me, Fred. I've had to really put up with a lot of unacceptance of women in non-traditional occupation. I've been in the industry for 40 years. I know how the industry works.
Because women are known as cooks. Everyone doesn't dispute that. But then when you say you're a butcher, I'd imagine you go into a butcher store and see you there. They go, oh, can I speak to the butcher?
That's exactly so. That's exactly so. They say, can you get the butcher to bone this out for me? So I say, yes.
Yeah, I can do
how
that.
would you like it? Would you like me to tunnel bone it for you, or would you like me to? And they say, oh, are you a real butcher? And I say, I sure am. So this is the trickiest part. There's a little puppy dog underneath there too. He's feeding.
As long as the puppy dog wasn't there before we made the meat, I'm quite happy.
So trimming as fast as and as careful
and why are we
as you
trimming
can.
It?
And when I say trimming it, is slicing it very, very fine. The finer the better, because you're getting the full flavour. And what actually happens, because you think to yourself, raw, how are we going to have this raw, Fred? But the acidity of all the marinades breaks down the sinew and the tissue and gives it this most amazing...
I've seen this being done with Asian cooking.
That's right. And this is something I created. One day I was just fiddling around, Fred, and I thought to myself, I'm going to try something that's different. I don't want to cook. I want to try something on my guests. So always my guests are my guinea pigs.
Well, that's the way it works, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is.
What we might do, we might not cut it all up just because of the purpose of TV. We might just pop that in and get you to start marinating it.
Yes,
Might
we'll
just
do
to make
that.
it quicker. Tell me about your time on 6PR Radio, because I know you do a whole heap of radio.
Yes, I do. Bobby
and now
Mormal, he's my man. He's my offsider, and I've taught Bobby how to cook. In here, actually, I've got garlic and parsley chopped up.
Beautiful.
Put as much as you
Smells
like or as little.
awesome.
It really, really does. This gives it that beautiful flavour.
They want me to move it here for you. There you go.
Okay, how's
They've got
that?
a lovely camera shot above us.
Yes,
Beautiful.
wonderful.
Yep.
There you are.
So that
we
was just garlic and parsley.
Garlic and parsley. I'll pre-chop that.
Yep.
We're going to put a generous amount of salt. Now, salt is also a little bit of a tenderising agent as well.
Looks good.
Nice sea salt. Some lovely cracked black pepper.
Yep.
Everyone loves their cracked pepper.
That looks already beautiful.
And it smells divine, and you're going to be fortunate enough to taste it. Now, these are the main ingredients.
What is that?
A little bit of soy sauce.
Is that going to be very salty? Or not?
Well, not that salty, because we don't
okay.
put a lot in. Good olive oil. Make sure you put some really good olive oil. Be generous with it, because the meat tends to soak a lot. Oh yes, thank you, Fred. You make a good little assistant for me.
Anything else you want,
and
boss?
some nice Worcestershire sauce.
Yep.
And this is in the book. This is all the ingredients are all in the book.
What we might do, we'll get you to marinate and then we'll let it sit for a while so we can go through the rest of it. Oh, that
yes,
sounds
a little bit of barbecue sauce.
bit of a squeeze. I love the way you measure them perfectly.
That's it. Well, you know, it's amazing.
A good cook doesn't measure.
It doesn't measure. I've been doing this for such a long time that you get it to perfection. Now, you'll notice that the colour of that right now,
looks
in about 10 minutes, this is going to go very, very dark, and that's okay.
So we're going to let it sit for a while?
We're going to let this sit
All right.
while I'm preparing.
I'll take that off you, move it to the behind.
Yes, please. You do that and let that marinate.
Beautiful. Here,
Fantastic.
Puss. Oh, no.
So I'll turn on to my
Grace.
trifles first,
Yes.
okay?
Beautiful.
Now, everyone loves trifle.
This is a quick trifle, I've been told.
Very, very quick trifle. You can do it in a bowl or in 2 glasses as I do. So we start off. All these products, look at this, already made.
Fresh.
You just buy
That's what
direct.
I think.
You'd
Why
not
buy?
have to sit over and make your jelly. Everything tastes good. Find a product that's wonderful, that works well for you, and then use it.
So and you know what? Everyone's busy these days, so why not make
this? Is absolutely perfect. It's something you can prepare the night before.
Yep.
Be very generous. Now, this is my favourite. All these products that I'm using today, Fred, are products that that worked so well for me.
So what do we put in there? Custard?
Okay, a little bit of custard,
a bit of cream.
a scoop of cream.
Lovely.
Down in the bottom. Now, the only thing I did not bring today was a sherry.
Oh, that's okay, because we cater for children, so we can't put alcohol anyway.
So we're going to put just already sliced sponge roll. If you don't want to use a sponge, you can actually use any other one of your favourite
Grace, tell me about your
cakes.
book that you've got, that you've just released. I know we've got a shot of it on the desk, but tell me about it. Just run me through the book.
Well, it's something that I've always wanted to do, Fred. It's been a passion of mine to be able to bring out a book.
You keep making it. Don't tell us what you're putting in, and we'll just talk about it.
The Butcher Who Bakes, and of course these recipes. This is all in the book.
Yep.
And one day I woke up and I said, I'm going to do it. I really am going to do it. I think I've got, learning 40 years in the industry, I think I've got a little bit to offer, and hopefully be able to share my secrets with a lot of the listeners, and be able to help a lot of the people who are time poor, and people who really want to cook and don't know how to present or prepare foods that looks difficult but really isn't.
You know, I was having a quick look at the book, and it's very colourful.
Thank you.
You've got some great people in the book, and some great recipes, should I say?
Yes.
How long did this take to put together?
12 months. Well, actually, to be exact, 9.5 months. It's like giving birth to a baby, really. You know, some days I was getting these contractions and I wanted to pull out, and I thought, no, I've got to see it through. But finally, it's been a bit of a costly little expense for me, but it's worth it. I've loved it. I've got some fantastic rapport about all this.
The Butcher That Bakes.
I'm very, very happy.
Where can we get the book?
Okay, the book is available online, www.cookingwithgrace.com, or just tune into The Butcher Who Bakes, or available at Foodworks Forestville, where I work.
Beautiful.
Also at Dimick stores, at Garden City.
You're just a fountain of information.
Yes, Midland, and also Claremont. And also a lot of leading butchers are taking it on as well. Because as you notice, there's a lot of good meat cuts in there as well. And my favourite again, I always say my favourite, but this is mascarpone cheese.
Beautiful, pop that on.
Everybody loves mascarpone cheese.
Yeah.
And if you don't, please try it, because it is very, very, very good. Very, very tasty. A little dob on the top, but I haven't finished yet.
All right.
So don't get too excited.
I don't want the meter to run out and cut us off.
No, there we go.
All right, so that's the quick trifle.
Quick and easy trifle.
That's beautiful. And a little bit of a stick on there.
That in there.
We don't need the flake on there.
And then we're going to put a little bit of the flake.
The secret.
We're going to crumble a little bit of the flake on the top.
You know what? My floor manager's going to love that.
And just to be on the fancy side, I always just dust a little bit of icing sugar on the top. And there you go. Two beautiful quick and easy trifles. Leave it while you're preparing your main meal. You can leave that in the fridge for your guests.
Yep.
Perfect.
We've got a couple of minutes left, Grace. Do you want to do the pie crepes or do you want to go back to the meat?
I'll quickly go to the crepes.
Okay.
Now, of course, I can use this because it's all
beautiful. Clean.
Clean. Okay, now mascarpone.
So what have we got there? We've got a crepe.
These are the crepes, mascarpone, cheese. Just give it a really, really good spread
now,
of mascarpone
notice you've bought the
cheese.
crepes already made, so that's
now that's
thing.
great. Now who's got time to prepare crepes? Who's got time? When you can buy a product that's really, really good.
There you go.
Very, very good. So there we are. We're going to spread it generously all over.
Looks good.
And mascarpone cheese is something that once you acquire the taste, Fred, you're going to absolutely love it. It really, really is good. Now in here I've got berries.
Oh, they look beautiful.
Yes, berries, and berries are in season at the moment. If you can't get the fresh ones, the frozen ones work very, very well.
Do you know how simple that is?
It is very, very... Or you can use ricotta cheese.
Oh,
I chose to use...
That's good for health.
Yes, certainly is, if you don't want to use the berries. So, okay. So that's basically what you do. Now, just to present, what I'm going to do is to show you quickly. You want to get that little restaurant feel. So what I'm doing, I'm going to give it a little bit of, you know, fancy chocolate like that. There you go. And I'm going to roll it up.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that tray out of your way. You can move that back if you like. Put that on the plate and we'll move it back. There you go.
And then I always like just to drizzle just a few little berries on the top like this.
And we'll move it into shot. There you go. Beautiful. Look at that.
Something that tastes really, really beautiful. Now I've done it very, very quickly. If you take a bit more time, you could probably get it a little bit more rounder, but there we are.
All right, Grace, tell me again where we can get the book.
Okay, the book is available online, Cooking with Grace, www.cookingwithgrace.com.au, and also The Butcher Who Bakes. It is available at Foodworks Forestfield, where I work, and also you can buy it at Dimmock stores, 3 Dimmock stores, Midland, also Claremont and Garden City, and all leading butchers.
And of course, these recipes are all in the book?
They certainly are.
And when can we catch you with Bob Mormel?
We can, Sundays between 11:30 and 12.
And if you're not over in Perth and you're watching this, you can also listen to it online on 882.com.au, which is 6PR radio here in Perth. You can catch Grace on the radio on a Sunday morning.
Yes, Sunday morning.
And don't forget it's 2 hours earlier, later or earlier, you know what I mean, daylight saving. Thank you very much, Grace. You look fantastic.
You can enjoy it?
I can, I will. I'm going to try. Can I try one of the things? I know we're going to go to a break.
You certainly can.
Let me try that one. Can I try the crepe?
Yes, you certainly can.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sonia. That's beautiful. Let's have a look at the contact promo while I indulge. That's how you do it, and Grace and I are still here because we're going to serve up the meat, Grace.
Oh, yes. Now, I want you to indulge and enjoy.
Now, you realise I can't eat that because I've had my gastric banding. There's no way I'm going to be able to eat it. But can I offer it to one of my crew?
You certainly can.
Maybe Sonia?
Sonia.
If we could take a shot. Come over here, Sonia. There you go. Would you like to try that for me? Because if I eat it, I probably won't be able to get off the ground. There you go, Sonia. Try it out for me. Tell me what you think. Oh. There you go, Sonia. A little bit of a drip tray. Was that good?
Beautiful. That tastes good.
Well done. There you go. That's one of our floor managers for you. The only floor manager for you, vouching for it. And if we don't see Sonia next week, nice working with you, Sonia.
Yes.
Thank you, Grace.
Thank you. It's been great, and please enjoy it.
I love the book.
Yes.
There it is.
The
book is wonderful. It's The Butcher Who Bakes. Is that right?
Who Bakes.
Who Bakes. You got to get it right.
The Butcher Who
Bakes. Say it again.
The Butcher Who Bakes.
And on that note, we're going to take a break. Be back with more of The Couch, and we'll have Grace back on again on The Couch. See you then.